Whew. Fix the hair. Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another video. Unfortunately, we're still not talking about a movie. We're talking about another TV show, but I promise you guys, the movies are coming. We just have to wait a little bit longer. For this video, we are not going to be continuing on with the Attack on Titan marathon because the book of Boba Fett has just finished wrapping up its first season. I still don't know if it's a limited series or if we are going to get a season 2 of it. I have no idea. But the first season has officially wrapped up on Disney+. You can watch all 7 episodes right now on Disney+. So I think it's about time that we talk about the book of Boba Fett. And I know that I haven't really talked about Star Wars shows on the channel before. In due time, we will talk, especially about this guy right here. We will be talking about The Mandalorian and other Star Wars shows to come. But for right now, because it just happened, we're going to be talking about the newest Star Wars show to debut on Disney+, and that is the Book of Boba Fett. Now, I'm going to get into the elephant in the room in a few minutes and whatnot. But overall, first impressions of the show. I really enjoyed this show. From episode 1 all the way to episode 7, I think the show did a really great job in telling us and showing us, Oh, actually, I should probably have said this at the beginning. I will be getting into spoiler territory. So if you have not seen all 7 episodes of the Book of Boba Fett, I will be talking about some specific spoilers. I'm not going to be going over every single episode like I used to way back in the day. I'm just going to be talking about some of my favorite moments and things from the show that I liked or disliked and going on from there. But you have been warned, I will be addressing spoilers. The thing that I liked what this show did was really show us what Boba Fett was up to after the events of Return of the Jedi. I liked how they showed him getting out of the Sarlacc pit, being taken in by the Tusken Raiders. All of that stuff was great. And I thought I wasn't really going to like the whole going back and forth with the flashbacks and the present time, because in the first episode, I was excited to see, him getting out of the Sarlacc pit. But I was more curious as to seeing, where's he going to go after we saw him from the events of The Mandalorian Season 2. But as the episodes kept going and we got to see more of the flashbacks, I actually got more into the flashbacks than I thought it would. So I ended up liking that a lot. And I love everything they did. I loved everything they did with Boba. I love how, back in the day, he still is that ruthless bounty hunter. Well, he's not a bounty hunter anymore, but he's still that great character that even though he wasn't really shown a lot in the movies, well, he was shown a lot in the Clone Wars, really great show, we get to learn more about his character, what he wants, and all he wants is basically to, rule from Jabba and protect the people that he rules, but also, having people respect him for what he does. And I think the show handled that great. I think all of the writing was phenomenal. All of the directors for all these episodes were just great. So now before we get into specific moments, let's address the elephant in the room. So, as we all know, this guy and a little certain Baby Yoda appeared on the show, and a lot of people started talking about, oh, now it's The Mandalorian Season 2.5. It's no longer Boba Fett's show. So how did I take all that stuff? Well, here's the thing, guys. Boba Fett appeared in The Mandalorian Season 2. I thought he was great. I loved what they did with him and Fennec Shand in The Mandalorian. By the way, she's also really great in this show. But here's the thing, and another YouTuber that I watch actually had handled this perfectly. His name's Chris Stuckman. He also does reviews and whatnot on YouTube, so you can go check him out. But he kind of said it the best way. If I am watching a show that brings in different characters and elaborates more on them, tells a good story with them, whatnot, if I'm enjoying myself, I don't care. As long as I'm watching the episode and I'm enjoying what's being presented to me, especially, with the character that is like the Mandalorian, being able to see him come back for the remainder of this season of the show and learn so much more about him, I was all fine with that. And to be quite honest, I really think that everything they did with Boba was great. I think Boba Fett really got the spotlight treatment he deserved. And yeah, 2 episodes were specifically devoted mostly to Mando. But you know what? Boba Fett proved himself in the end with that final episode. And honestly, again, as long as I'm entertained and I enjoy what's being presented to me, I don't care. So I was really happy that Mando, Baby Yoda, Luke Skywalker, Ahsoka Tano, Cad freaking Bane, like, come on, people. We got a lot of great characters showing up in this show, and it just blew my mind. But I actually think the biggest MVP for the Book of Boba Fett, by far, was Cad Bane. His whole entrance, even though we only see him in 2 episodes, he made his presence known, and I loved seeing him, especially as someone who's seen the Clone Wars and all the other stuff. You don't mess with Cad Bane, and part of me is really hoping he's not dead. I really hope. Please don't be dead. But then again, though, I trust John and Dave, so if they wrote him to be dead, that's fine. I get it. But I really hope he's not dead, because I want to see more of him in, like, the future of these shows. So yeah, Cad Bane to me was the real MVP of the show. I mean, I still love Boba, the Mandalorian, and Baby Yoda. But one thing in particular that really just made me tear up more than ever was the fact that we got to see Luke and Ahsoka talking to one another. I didn't think that was going to happen, especially in a show like this. I did not think we were going to get that. And I know that there is an Ahsoka show coming, and I know that she can probably come back on The Mandalorian, but if you guys don't understand, like, being able to see those two talk to one another is just great. And I hope that in the future we get to see more conversations with them, and, you know, have Ahsoka talk about Anakin to Luke, have Luke ask questions about his father. Like, there are so many possibilities for what they can do with those two characters. And like everybody else said, the CG for Luke was great. They really did a good job, improved from The Mandalorian. Then again, though, I never really had a problem with how he looked in The Mandalorian. I was just happy to see Luke, and the fact that Mark Hamill was working on that, I didn't care. Like, but yes, I will admit, the CG for Luke's face is definitely better in the Book of Boba Fett than it was in the Season 2 finale of The Mandalorian. Overall, this was a great show from every single episode. There was never an episode where I was legit bored or got distracted by. I think it did great. I really wish, though, I think my biggest criticism with the show is that I wish we got a little bit more for the ending. Like, I wish the final episode was like maybe an hour and 10 or 15 minutes, because I feel like it just kind of ended, you know, it was a happy ending, you know, and it leaves the door open for more adventures. But I kind of wish that there was something just a little bit more. But other than that, I really enjoyed the show. I think everything that Disney and Star Wars have done, specifically, let me rephrase that. Everything that Disney, Jon Favreau, and Dave Filoni have done for Star Wars has just been absolutely great. For those of you that don't know, I've enjoyed everything that Dave Filoni has essentially done for Star Wars, from the Clone Wars to Rebels, The Mandalorian, and now the Book of Boba Fett. Anything that, and the Bad Batch. Anything that man does with Star Wars is just fantastic. Everything he does. And the Book of Boba Fett is another example of something he's worked on with Jon Favreau, and it works, and I liked every single second of it. So, in the end, I'm going to give the Book of Boba Fett an A-. I think it would have been nice, you know, probably to see Boba in just a little bit more screen time. And just to see just a little bit more of the ending would be great. But also maybe just to get some clarification, like maybe at the ending of the finale, like, oh, is there going to be a season 2, or is this just the end of his story and then maybe he'll appear on The Mandalorian? I don't know. But other than that, it's a great time. If you're a Star Wars fan, definitely check out the show. Heck, if you're a Boba Fett fan, what are you doing? Go watch the show. I'm wearing the merchandise here. It's just great. So thank you all so much for watching my review of the Book of Boba Fett. It is now available on Disney+, all 7 episodes. You can go watch it right now. The next time we meet up, we will probably... Actually, yeah, now that I think about it, the next time we meet up, we're going to be talking about another season finale. Well, an entirely new season of a particular anime this Sunday, so you can look forward to that. I'll keep that a little bit of a surprise unless you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. But yes, we have another show wrapping up on Sunday. We're gonna get to the movies, guys. I promise we're gonna get to the movies, but we still got some shows and stuff, so we still got content. But yes, on Sunday, look forward to another season of a show wrapping up that I'm really, really excited to be talking about. So I'll see you guys next time.